So when you Google Forms quiz on Google, there's a lot of information which is already available on the Google about how to make quiz using the Google Forms. So now the point is, why am I making this video? Well, my team of trainers need to understand Google Forms quiz in a simple manner. So there are a lot of videos which are already available on the internet, but yeah, I'm going to try now to make it simple for them. So here are a few requirements that one need to fulfill before they get on with the Google Forms. So first, of course, you need to sign in using your Google account, and then you need to click on this grid and move to Google Drive. On doing so, a window like this would open up. Then you need to go on the new and click it, then go to more, and in more go to Google Forms and make a blank form, or you can even use a template if you want. So now this is how the Google form comes up. Okay, so since we're using it for the first time, so just give a go ahead for it. You can label your form, like in this case I'm going to make a quiz on the television, so I'm going to say TV questionnaire. This is a questionnaire on TV. You can give whatever description that you want to give. Then you can enter the question. But the point is, if you straight away enter the question, how would you get to know who is the person who is actually taking the assessment? So in our case, I think it's important that you put in something which is really unique, and that is how you can identify the person. So from this drop down, go on a short answer and ask your people to enter their employee ID first. Enter the employee ID here. And this is where one can, so not all your employee IDs are going to be in numbers. At times there are alphabets also in the employee ID. So it's better to remove this particular condition, which is automatically filled in by Google. So you can just click on required over here. So now my video is covering the screen, and I need to select something which is behind. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to shrink my page a bit so that I can see, and I move here and add another question. So now this is where I'm going to add the question, and the question is like, what is the full form of OLED? If you want, you can even put a picture related to your question over here by clicking on this picture. You can upload a picture from your machine, or you can even use it from the Google Drive or Photos. And you are given the options over here. It says organic light emitting diode. Now this is the correct answer, okay? And I have to give some multiple choice since I've selected the multiple choice option over here. So I'm going to give in some more options here. So it says argon light emitting diode, and it could be something like organic lighting emit diode. It could also be an option something like none of the above. Now the point is, how would Now this is basically what is happening right now. It's getting into a survey form. So yes, one is required to give response for this particular question, and before you add another question from here. Now point is, how do we make it a quiz? So for making it a quiz, you're going to go to the settings, and here are the options like journal, general, presentation, and quizzes. So I'm going to go on to the quizzes, and I'm going to select this tab over here, which is going to convert this whole survey form into a quiz. So there are a few options along with the quiz. So release rate immediately after each submission. So moment the learner is going to take the quiz, post that they will get the information about the score, or you can even keep it for a later manual review. The respondent can be able to see the missed questions, correct answers, and point values. So you can give value to each of the questions that you are putting in. And I put a save option over here. So now, since we've made it as a quiz, so you can see that the answer key has got reflected over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here and I'm going to select the right answer, and I'm going to give point for each correct answer. Like for this question, I've given 1 point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another question, and another question could be what is the full form of LED? Now that's the simplest question that I can think of. So it's light emitting diode, and I press an enter to get the second option to fill in. It could be lighting emit diode, or it could be light emitting emit diode. I can leave it for 3 options as well, but yeah, generally in multiple choice you've got to give 4 options. So none of the above again. I'm sure you know it by now, so now I have to click on the right answer, and I'm going to give a point. And now this is how I am done, and it's important that I put a required option over here. Okay, now there's another interesting thing, which is a shuffle option, as you could see over here. So if I'm going to put shuffle on, so all different users of this particular quiz will get random, response options. So light emitting diode could be on number 2 or number 3 for some other participant. So now the maximum points what one can earn is 2 in this case. So let's make this quiz live, and before we make it live, let's have a review of this particular quiz. Okay, so we've asked for the email as well, and it's important to fill in the employee ID here, and yes, there is a submit button, so it's pretty much complete for us, and I can leave it here. Now it's important to generate the link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, and now this link is really big. So I'm going to click here on the shorten URL. I'm going to copy this, and yeah, this quiz is ready to go live. Right, so I can enter my email ID, and I can enter my employee ID, which is numbered, and we've not put in the condition for the alphabet, so I'm just going to try that out as well. So it's taking that pretty much well, and now I'm going to tick on to the right option. Okay, so since I shuffled, as you could see, so it says none of the above as the second option. So one needs to be really careful